Momentary. Here we go. We are live.
Yes.
It's your show, brother. Take it away.
So tonight we have the special episode of Sixth Street Studio with my other co-host, Vinny from Vinny's Corner, and then we got Drama.
What's up?
So
what's on the agenda for this evening?
So we got NFL and we got MLB. So which way you want to start? Because I know we got football on tonight, so I don't know if you want to start with baseball talk or you want to start talking about the football.
I figure it's football season. We get into football. I mean, because there's the Chiefs and Chargers tomorrow, and then Saturday are games, and then Sunday. Well, Sunday's games. My bad.
Okay, so we can start with the
and then baseball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I have no issues. I can start with the football there. So the first question we have of the evening is: what will determine the outcome in the AFC divisional rematch, Ravens versus Bills on Sunday Night Football?
Wait, what? Am I looking? Hold on. Can I ask a question? I'm sorry. I want to read something off, and you got to tell me where. Wait, I'm looking at something right here, and it says, "How will the Cowboys adjust to Brian Schottenheimer's new leadership?"
I know. Then Drama asked to re-ask the questions because of
it was on tonight, and I was like, it wouldn't make sense if we're talking about it during the stream. So
I replaced the two questions with these two questions.
Okay, cool. All right, so start over. Okay, hit me with that question again.
So what will determine the outcome in the AFC divisional rematch, Bills versus Ravens on Sunday Night Football?
Drama, you want to lead it off?
Sure. Well, I know for the Ravens, since I'm a Ravens fan, I got to say health-wise has to make sure we're all healthy to go in, because I know that's going to be a rematch that I think all the Ravens fans would want to happen. Because if you remember last year, the drop, I think if we go in healthy and like a taste for like revenge, I think we'll be able to hold our own in that, if that makes sense in a way. Yeah.
So when it comes to the Ravens and the Bills, for me, it's more because so historically, and right, so drama is a Ravens fan, right? So he'll know this, right? In this relationship so far between the Lamar and Josh Allen era, Josh Allen has been pretty dominant in their head-to-head matchups, right? So to me, what would be the most important, right? Now, they've retooled the defense. This is looking like a real juggernaut this season. We know they're going to be one of the better teams out there. They got to get ahead first. They got to strike early. They got to strike quick. They got to get a lead where they can then sit back and rely on Henry and pound the ball in the second half. They don't want to be coming from behind against Josh.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, if you watched last year, we were really not really giving it to Derrick Henry. So I think if we give Derrick Henry a little bit more the ball more, then I think, I agree with you, we'll get out in the head and ahead of hopefully, because, I mean, both defenses do look good, but on paper, the Ravens, if we all play good, then we should be able to lock down the offense.
The only team in football that I would confidently say on paper is better than the Ravens today is the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens look really good. They did a lot of good work on filling in those gaps that they needed to on the defensive side of the ball this offseason. I'm actually excited for them. I feel like this could be the season that Lamar gets over the hump.
I hope.
If I'm being completely honest.
I hope. It just depends on if we meet the Eagles or not. Because my sleeper team is Ravens-Lions Super Bowl. But again, I don't know how the Lions are going to be this season.
So the Lions situation is interesting, right? They have, if anything, right, they're returning a lot of their defenders.
Mm-hmm.
They have a top 3, maybe top 5 arguable running back in the league in Jahmyr Gibbs. They've got the weapons from St. Brown to Jameson, Williams. They've got a lot there to work with for Goff. Now, granted, they did just lose 2 coaches, but so the way that these things are usually built, right? You say you got Dan, then you got Aaron, and you got Ben. Then you got the guys that Aaron and Ben are training to be the next Aarons and Bens, right? So realistically, like, I feel like they should look great. Like, I don't think I'm going to see them like take a step back. I feel like they're going to be healthy, so they should be able to keep that same level of play. Yeah. Last season was like they pulled out some close ones last season. This season, I think they should be able to blow teams out.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cale?
I mean, for me, it's like this is a revenge game. I do have the Ravens to put them, as we were saying last night, but I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, I think what we were saying last night was like what, like whoever wins this match is probably going to be the AFC Championship. Like, so this is going to be a very important match, but I don't know. Without Tucker, the Ravens would have to win it outright because they don't get the lag right now. I know drama will be like, oh, we got a good kicker. You don't get Tucker. So you're not going to win those short games.
I'm not saying that, this rookie's going to be good. Yes, he was knocking shit in preseason, but he's not Tucker, That's my only
He's not
concern.
Tucker. You're not going to go at half and need that field goal at 60 yards and him be able to nail it. So that's it's going to be very close for the Ravens to win this game.
Is that
Tucker? So like, right when you listen to a lot of the professional NFL analysts, what they'll tell you is Tucker shortens the field. He makes it like almost a half field for them, right? They only have to get just past the 50-yard line when they have Tucker on the field, and they can get points on the board. Now, realistically, they've got to get within like, inside the 30. That's a huge difference. That's an extra set of downs.
20 yards, 20. Yeah, 2 extra set of downs.
I mean, Luke can surprise all of us, and and be like, all right, I got Tucker's shoes to fill, and then start bombing, like 45 to 50 yards, right? Like, who knows? But again, it's like he's really the main factor that if it's a tie game.
The only guy now that can probably outdo Tucker now is what's his name? Dixon?
Cam Little.
Yeah, Charger.
Oh yeah, or Cam Little,
but that's different because he's not. That's a different team, so he's not stepping into Tucker's role. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We're talking more filling those shoes, right?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying now that Tucker's gone, Dixon can now take over as best kicker in the AFC.
Potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see.
Chiefs,
so question
to do something. Nope.
Yeah, connection for a second, boys. 1 second. Good now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on? The service in the mid
drama?
Oh no, I was saying, or if Harrison Butker could do something for the Chiefs, I mean, then he'll be the a good kicker over there too. So.
Oh, that guy's a legend. I forgot about him.
Yeah,
that dude's a legend.
Yeah, we all forget about him because his devoted love for his wife kind of spoiled everybody's thought of him.
Yo, so Drama, let me ask you a question about the NFL. We were talking about this one. We were really talking about this, I think, last week. I don't know. My brain's in a fog sometimes. It all seems to be the same days. But in any case, what do you think, or how do you feel about what's the right way to say this? So, okay, let me rephrase this whole thing. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift just got engaged.
Yep.
Do you see her? So, like, there's 2 sides to this, right? Some people look at her as like a huge negative around the NFL, and then some people look at her as a huge positive. I think she's fantastic for the NFL.
Mhm.
She just exposes the brand to more people at the end of the day, which is always a good thing. Ultimately, what do you think?
Well, we already know the script's writ for the Chiefs to win it all. We already know this. I know Cove's happy about it.
Oh my
But no,
god!
I think I can agree with you. Taylor Swift is
I
bringing
knew
in
you were gonna go with
is
that.
bringing
I knew
in
you were so gonna go with that. I'm
uh
so happy.
Taylor Swift is bringing in, new fans and all that, but I think if there's games like if like the Bills are facing the Chiefs or whatever, don't put her on the screen constantly if she's there. If that makes sense. Or like with the Eagles, focus on the players and that you can show her like once in a while, right? Like for example, when Eminem was at the Lions Stadium last year, right, for the playoffs, they showed her maybe like once or twice, and then when Taylor was there, they showed her every down. It's like, come on.
So the problem isn't Taylor. The problem is the media. It's Fox and CBS who are showing the game,
Yeah.
who want to show her every 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And I think the NFL needs to be like, you can show her, but you need to like not do it like every down, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. 100%.
Because it's like, oh, cool, there's this cool play I want to see a highlight of. I don't want to see Taylor on the screen, right? It's like that's the only thing that annoys me as a football fan.
Oh, it annoys you. Hey Vince, I guarantee he's got probably Taylor's new album downloaded. He's just listening to it when we're not
No.
around.
Well, you know what? So I listen to Unsportsmanlike all 4 hours, probably every day, which is ridiculous. But I do manage to get them in.
I was like, I know I didn't know which one it was. Like, I didn't know. I thought you were Billy for a second. Like, I was waiting to see who your face was.
So drama. Chris Canny had brought up, and he's like, listen to the interview that they just did with Taylor, and he's like, it was like the hottest thing ever. He's like, she's talking about coverages, cover to this, and she knew football. And so I'm like, oh, I got to go listen to this. So I listened to it, and I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, she knows her game. Like she actually knows.
Yeah, listen, I think it's great. The only thing I don't want to see, and drama already alluded to it, like, and granted, it really wouldn't. This is the whole problem because of because the Chiefs don't start playing football until the AFC Championship. It wouldn't be weird if they made it to the Super Bowl. So nobody would bat an eyelash at it. But like seeing the Chiefs win a Super Bowl and like Travis Kelce retire, like I don't want to see the whole. In my mind, that's the NFL scriptwriters.
Yeah.
They
got that script already ready. He's gonna retire, be like, "Oh, I'm done," and then
I don't know. I feel like though this is the Ravens year to win the AFC. So I don't think, as you guys say, script writers. I don't see KC winning.
I don't know. I mean, I can see KC winning because again, they might want to go back and face the Eagles because don't forget they got revenge.
Oh, they want the rematch. I mean,
but
when we had KC versus the Niners back, like the 2 years we had them,
but
people were pissed about that. Like,
and
we
don't
want
forget that they gave us what? They gave us KC 49ers 1 year and the Eagles in that like what a year after that because Jason was retiring and then we got it this year. It's like give us someone like I said, Lions Ravens. That's would be a good one, right?
The last 5 years, I think Mahomes was in the Super Bowl. Right? He lost to Brady. He lost to Hurts. He beat Hurts.
He lost to Burrows. But that was in the Super Bowl, though. He only lost to Brady and Hurts in the Super Bowl, But he lost to Brady in the NFC Championship, and he lost to Burrows.
He lost to Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
AFC, so the Kansas City Chiefs against Tampa Bay, and he lost to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles just this past season.
Yeah. But I'm talking about he lost both his championships.
They beat San Francisco twice.
He beat San Francisco twice. Right? Yeah, he beat San Francisco twice.
And Philly once.
Yeah, and I think that was their year when they started to like become that dynasty. They beat San Francisco.
Yeah. But no, he lost to Brady in the AFC Championship when he was in the Patriots in 2018. So he lost to him against. He lost against him as the Bucks, and he lost against him as a Patriot.
That was actually
AFC,
that
AFC
game
champion.
when Brady was still a Patriot. That was an awesome football game. That's when you were like, you watched that game, and afterwards you were like, okay, this kid Pat Mahomes is coming. He's coming for it.
Yeah, because he had 50 touchdowns a year before, so he was coming hard. So they were talking about it the other day because he was like, bro, it's his second year quarterback to go to a Super Bowl, right? Kind of thing.
And again, with the Chiefs, like the rematches we are talking about, if they want the Eagles again, I mean, whatever makes NFL money, they're gonna do it, right? Like if they it's like, oh, Taylor Swift is bringing us all this in with the merch, right? Like new people, them buying stuff, right? Oh, let's have Eagles Chiefs again, right? Because then they could be like, okay, here's the money that we're making to.
The only thing I'm gonna say about that is like you keep bringing up merch with this, and
well, not like her merch, but like I'm saying with
no.
merch.
What I mean is like Vince will know it, and I will know it because you don't have you won't know it until you're later on in life, I guess. But Vince has got a daughter. I got a daughter. It changes the game. It changes the game outright. I'm not looking at the merch sales. You know the merch sales is going to come. But now dads and daughters can enjoy a Sunday together or a rivalry together. Like it's bringing a whole better demographic to the game.
Yeah, I know that. No, what I mean, like that is, like okay, they'll be like, oh, Taylor Swift is there. Oh, we want to get Kelsey's jersey, right? So they're going to be pushing that on top of if they want the Super Bowl. So you see what I'm saying with the whole, what makes the NFL money? Because if they're in
they're
Super
making
Bowl,
money anyways because of
because
of getting the female demographic.
On Etsy, I just want to put this out there. I'm actually going to tell my wife this because it might have already been done. But like, if I'm a chick on Etsy, like I'm making KC jerseys that say like Swifty on the back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Probably
like,
done, right?
I'm gonna look that. Somebody's probably looking at my idea right now, but I'm gonna look it up when I get a chance. That's a good one.
Well, one of the 49ers wives like made special coats. Some of the wives like do Etsy
his wife.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she's awesome with it.
Yeah, she was. I saw some of her stuff she made. It was dope.
Yeah, she does really cool stuff. I heard some of the other wives like order stuff from her for like their teams and stuff.
Yeah. Well, see, fucking, I have the outside, like, because your wife likes sports or whatever, drama. Not making offense, because yes, you don't have the girlfriend. I got Sarah. Sarah's a WWE fan, but not a sports fan.
WWE's fantastic
ask
too.
Her about it.
It is. No, it is. It's just I'm just saying, like,
Lee's gonna return.
Speaking of like the sports stuff, though, like some of the stuff that these girls come out with, I could see Sarah wearing because she likes WWF, so like she might be behind it. Like unless she really like if she's a fan of Nikki Bella or whatever, she might be. Ooh, that's kind of cute, kind of sort of like things like that. But
NFL and fashion is like a big thing now.
Oh yeah. It's huge. It's huge. Like. I mean, I would love to see it one day. Like, if she's here and I'm talking to Travis here, I'd love to see Travis and her talk wrestling because, I mean, Travis is more knowledgeable than me on wrestling because I haven't watched it in years.
Who's your guy right now?
Randy. I mean Randy because I like Randy. Always liked him, but
yeah, you got a heart on for Randy.
Oh, it's fucking Randy Orton. Who doesn't? Right now though, it's Cena like. It's bringing back, childhood, like, seeing, Cena again in a certain way. It's like nostalgia to me.
See this? I don't mean to pick Travis on that one because you're like, oh my god, he's nostalgic to you. Like me and Vince were around when he started his career. And stuff like that. Nostalgic to us is like Hulk Hogan and
of course.
Randy Savage.
Here's what happened to me, Drama. I got the subscription, not the prescription. I got the subscription to Peacock TV, and Peacock TV has all the PLE events for WWE. So I just like threw one or two on after like a boxing event, and I was like, "Oh, this is so much fun!" I was like, I don't know why I ever stopped watching this. This is totally entertaining. Like, I know it's scripted, but it's fun as can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I'm a big fan of main event Oos.
No, Jey Uso.
My guy.
Jey Uso.
So, all right. So, question number 2. With JJ Watt joining the booth, how might broadcast energy shift during the Steelers and Jets game?
Who else is in the booth?
I'm just saying, just because you put JJ Watt in there.
I mean, I don't
If it's Ryan Clark,
necessarily. Okay, so like, look.
I mean, because like it's his brother's playing, right? So like that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but
no.
the same for Jason too. If Jason was watching Chiefs and Eagles game, you know, you could say the same thing, right? I mean,
yeah, but he was watching the game.
Yeah, but
no, he's JJ watching is co-hosting it, like he's being an announcer.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just saying.
The thing is JJ is in general, like, he was an animal on the field, but like he's a pretty composed dude. So like I don't think he's gonna get too crazy, you know. Obviously he'll put his vote in probably for Pittsburgh, his brother, whatever else. But I don't think it'll be like you know, he's just not that kind of a personality per se. Yes. So I don't think it'll be different.
So the sidestep that, how do you guys like Brady being an announcer?
Listen, I'm with Tom Brady in anything he does. I like him as an owner. I like him as a player. I like him as an analyst. I like TB.
I'm going to say he's fair when he announces most of the games, right? Unlike fucking Tony Romo, for example. I fucking... Don't get me started on Tony, but...
Romo.
Yeah, like, Romo was horrible.
Like
he took the iconic status of being Romo,
yes,
because it was Romo. But it was.
Listen, I just want to say, sorry to interrupt you, Drama, but like this is what I want to say, right, about Romo. I'm a Giants fan, yes, but I'm not being like a Dallas hater. Probably my favorite analyst in the booth team of all time is Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
I love those guys together. Tony Romo is up there bad with like Chris Collinsworth bad. Like he's awful. Collinsworth is the worst there ever was.
Like I know Kale's gonna be like, "Oh, you're a Ravens fan," because of what I'm gonna say is, I'm using this as an example. If Lamar was going against Aaron Rodgers, right, Jets, Rodgers, whatever, right, and say Lamar is like up there with like Brady and Manning. Let's just say that, right, for example. Romo, if he was announcing that game, he wouldn't say one good thing about Lamar or the Ravens. He'd be over on, you know, like Rodgers or whatever and saying this and that. And it's like, really,
that's the one thing that I think a lot of people hate about Romo. He was very one-sided. Yeah. He never saw from both perspectives. Every game that he ever announced, he was one quarterback the entire time.
And then but the funny thing is that if that one quarterback he was going for lose, you could tell in the change of his.
He was mad,
and it was like
because he thought he took over for Aikman, so he thought he was taking over legacy, and we never saw Dallas in the playoffs ever again since Aikman. Mm-hmm. So Romo can kindly shove it up his ass because that's
why I like Brady, because he's fair on all of it. You know,
he's fair because he earned to be the fairness because he knows the game. We know Brady knows the game. That's
how I became a fan of Troy Aikman doing it, because Troy Aikman would call Giants games every week, and he was so fair. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, Troy is really calling it like it is, and he's a Cowboy. This is great. Yeah. You know, I love it. And like, that's a guy who knows NFC East football. So I love that he can be like, not partial to one side or the other and just call it like it is. So Tony sucks.
I think it's because Tony Romo, to me, I think he's just bitter on how these other teams are doing, because he knows that, I guess, if he never got hurt, he could have been like that, I guess. I mean, maybe that's the reason, but who knows?
I don't think Romo was ever going to be anything anyway. He never was.
Well, yeah, but
if Romo wasn't a Cowboy,
riding the stuff. He was riding the Troy Aikman fucking fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if he wasn't the starting QB for America's team, he wouldn't even have the analyst job that he has now.
Oh yeah. It's because
If he was on like Jacksonville, nobody would even know who he was now.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Yeah, he would have been like a Mark Brunell.
Yeah, right. Blake Rodals, right?
Sorry, that's my daughter.
Yeah. So number 3, does the Chiefs International Open in Brazil set the tone for their postseason comeback? I will start it out because I know Drama thinks I love the Chiefs, but I have the Chargers beating the Chiefs this week.
I'm sorry. I just had to mute that for a second. My daughter was hollering. My wife took care of that, but I missed everything you just said.
Oh, you missed everything. Oh,
at question 3, I missed everything after that.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got question 3, but you didn't hear what I said about it. Or did you hear the question?
I just heard you say question 3, and then I had to hit mute.
Oh, okay. So, does the Chiefs International Opener in Brazil set the tone for their postseason comeback?
No. Here's my legitimate feeling about all of these overseas games for all American teams. I don't care if it's Major League Baseball, National Basketball Association, National Football League. I don't care what it is. I'm not with it. If it counts towards our regular season games, then they should be in their home or away stadium with their actual fans. Period. End of discussion. I don't care if it's Brazil, Ireland, Germany, England. It's all whack.
Drama?
Chargers probably, but again, you have to also put it into the perspective of jet lag and all of that, right? Like the overseas
I wouldn't say
but
jet lag on these guys because of the fact that this is the first weekend. They had enough time to get there.
But also too, it's like
if this was in between a week, I could say that.
No, I'm gonna go Chargers though. Just I
don't trust the Chargers.
I don't know.
This is a hot take for sure. The Chargers are going to finish in 4th place in the AFC West.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm wearing a Raiders jersey as I said that.
I have another hot take for the Raiders, but I think I'm going to hold that until I see him.
You can throw it out. It's okay. My wife's a Raiders fan, not me, but I like the jersey. I was going to
say that their running back that they just drafted, Gentry, from what he's been playing, I'm going to be honest, he might be their next, I'm not saying Bo, but their next like Marshawn Lynch in a way. The way that he's playing, right?
He's going to be,
I think see him being the
like
Marshawn.
An offensive rookie of the year type.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome.
He's not going to be like Bo status, but he's going to be like the Marshawn Lynch of that Raiders team, right? Like, in a way, I feel like.
He's got that tough, big, rumble and like style. He's not just like trying to cut, like he will run through you, I got to watch him at the 49ers preseason game a couple of weeks ago. Absolute pleasure. He's awesome.
So in the high stakes Packers-Lions showdown, who wins the opening screwball in the season rivalry?
What do you think, Drama?
Who is it again? Packers and who?
Packers-Lions.
NFC North showdown.
I might have to go Lions because the Packers, we've seen what they what they're capable of, right? But it's like
but you just picked up Mika, so their defense changes a little bit.
Yeah, so and losing Jair and all of that, but I don't know. I can't really say anything on the Packers. And Jordan Love, I'm gonna say Lions just because we know how the Lions play, right? So
I think it'll be a good game. They probably, and I don't know if this is the best decision, but because of how much they paid him, they probably will hit Parsons with the injection so he can play full and through that game and be as effective as possible. I kind of like the Packers. I don't know why. I can't really justify that, I guess, at this point. But I'll stick with that. I'll go with the Packers.
I'm curious to see what their rookie wide receiver is going to do that they picked up.
I like Golden a lot.
I'm curious on, how he's going to play. So, I mean, that's going to be.
He was a lot of fun to watch in college. He was good.
Mm-hmm.
So for the final one of football, we got which wild card contender in the NFC North will validate early expectation or surprise you completely? And I'm only saying wild card contender because we know the NFC North is not going to be the strongest in the NFC.
What do you think, Drama?
I'll let you go on that. I'm thinking real quick. So
say that again, Cove. The way you worded it, I just want to hear something. Say this again.
Okay, so where's that question? So, which wild card contending in the NFC North will validate early expectation or surprise us completely?
That's a weird. Okay, that's what is this, English class, bro? Who writes questions like that? I would have failed this in the essay on the SAT. Okay, so technically,
no, it's not. I'm not saying wild card as in wild card, like a wild card playoff. Like which wild card contender? Like who in the NFC is a wild card?
Well, and so this is my
that you wouldn't think is a favorite.
It could be any of them. That's the I think, and that's right. All the teams, the biggest wild card has to be obviously. I think Caleb and Ben, right? Because they're new together. They're newest together, I would think. But they have a tremendous amount of talent on both sides of the ball. They have really solid coaching on the team. Green Bay has a huge amount of talent on both sides of the ball now. The Vikings have an elite defense. They have one of the best receiving cores in football. Addison will be back after 3 games, JJ's kind of stepping into a really good situation, and he's got a quarterback whisperer for a coach, so they should be fine. The Lions, are fucking studs. So it would have to be the Bears, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to really call any of these teams like a surprise. I feel like every team in the NFC North should finish over 500.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they were to make the wild card, I think it would be the Bears,
Because last year the wild cards were the Vikings and the Packers, basically.
I think that three, if not 4 NFC North teams are going to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the same thing as last year. I think that 3 of them will show up. It might not be the same 3 because the Bears, could come on strong. Right. And listen, if the Bears if they're average and the other teams just have a little regression, right? Because we're talking 14, 15 win teams, right? If they just win 12 games instead of 14, 15 games, all of a sudden the Bears are in contention.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you look at last year, the Commanders were 12-5. And they were the other wild card team.
Yeah.
So 12 wins gets you a wild card.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at the NFC North, you got the Lions who were destined to probably take that division just because of last year, even though the Vikings were one win behind them. But you have the Vikings coming with J.J. McCarthy, his first year. Jordan Lev now has Micah Parsons on his defense. And the Bears have a new defensive line. So it's going to be it's going to be Green Bay or it's going to be Chicago that's going to be the wild card coming out of that because I don't know. I have my faith in the Vikings with their D still, second or third best team in that league. So or that division. So it's going to come down to the Packers or the Bears if you're looking at it as a wild card. And I mean, I'll say the Packers for sure have it, but if if the Bears are what people say the Bears are going to be, then yeah. But I don't have them over 9 wins, so that I don't definitely have them
JJ
as a wild card.
McCarthy is what people think he's supposed to be. I think the Vikings can win this division.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But
they were
again,
one game
he's
close
coming-
last year, so if you got
Yeah, but
McCarthy
that was
going
with
off, yeah.
That was Sam Darnold though with last year. But JJ
Exactly.
though he's coming in. He's gonna be like like new in a way of the NFL system, right? If that makes sense. So he's gonna have some big. Well, I shouldn't say big shoes to fill, but coming in, he could be like the big stage could frighten him a little bit, and he could be dropping in with the games that he's supposed to be winning.
Listen, he's got to look at it and be like, Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold just took this same freaking squad to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm taking this team all the way.
and we're still on that goalpost too. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Steal the goalpost. Get back
So
in
now we shift over to MLB as we're getting into playoff season. So, for the first of the MLB questions for the night, which AL team will be the first to clinch their playoff spot, and who remains in the dogfight?
To clinch, it's probably going to be the Brewers, right?
No, AL.
Whoa. Well, right now it's between Detroit and Toronto, right? Technically, it would be so. Listen, if they stayed on pace, win for win, right now,
Yeah,
it would be Toronto because Toronto has one less loss.
I don't know. I'd say more or less. I would say Detroit because the separation in Detroit's got an 11-game lead on second place, and Toronto's only got a 5-game lead.
Well, yeah, Toronto's going to be in it till the end of it.
Yeah, I'm saying, which team do you think is going to be the first to clinch?
Oh yeah, I mean it would be Detroit, right? They've got at least a 10-game lead. Detroit, and then really like
AL is it's gonna be the Brewers.
And in the NL, honestly, the Dodgers and the Padres are going to be playing till the last week. They only got 2 games between them, so unless something changes dramatically, that's going to go down to the end of the season. I don't think Chicago. You never know. Chicago's only 5.5 games out. I don't know what the end of their schedule looks like, but Milwaukee may not clinch that fast.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but they'll still clinch. I think Milwaukee will clinch first, though.
You think Milwaukee will clinch before Detroit?
In the NL, though. Clinch in the NL.
Well, yeah, they'll be the first team in the NL to clinch. Yeah, I would agree with that. But I just don't think it's going to be the NL just looks like it's going to take a little longer in general.
Oh, yeah. Detroit's got the biggest separation in their division, so they will probably be the first team in the major leagues to clinch.
As a Tigers fan, if we don't beat ourselves like we have been, I think we'll clinch it.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
we know they're clinching. It's just we believe the Tigers will clinch first.
Looking at their schedule, it's like, okay, we have the White Sox. Okay, can we sweep the White Sox? We got beat by, Oakland. So it's like, come on. And then after the White Sox are the Yankees, and it's like, So it really just depends on, I guess, how we play these games, right?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna jump into number 3. You can go back to 2 in a second, but that was number 3's question. Will the Tigers lock up the AL number 1 seed and preserve the home field advantage? Does Detroit get the home field advantage? Number 1.
Oh, if we
over Toronto.
if we don't beat ourselves like we have been, I think we'll get the home field advantage. Because again, like Cove, you can attest. I always say it's Detroit. We start off hot, and then towards the end, we start like dying off, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if this angle happening. Detroit clinches first because they have the huge separation in their division, but I still think Toronto could clinch number one.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto's going to be a wild card.
Oh yes, I forgot. He said last night that the Yankees are going to win the AL East.
Yeah.
I got to believe in my team, right? You know?
I mean, you gotta believe in your team, but you gotta look at the reality too.
Tigers, after the White
3.5 games. We got 20 games left to play. We can definitely do it.
And you got the Tiger. You got us, the Tigers. So it's like,
Oh, he's got the Tigers and the Jays.
yeah. So he's gonna want. They're gonna definitely want that spot.
Yeah, but we finish out. We've got like 6 games against the Orioles, and then we got a series against the White Sox too. So we got 9 games in there that could really bump things up for us.
Yes. So, can the Royals make a late surge and wrestle a wild card spot from Seattle or Texas?
Realistically, I mean, like technically, yes. So right now, it would be Seattle they were trying to beat out, right? Seattle's got 73 wins. So they have some work ahead of them for sure. But it's definitely not impossible. But they need a win. Like you got to assume that, right? A team like Seattle is going to win, maybe 60% of these games, if not, or even if they go 500, like you got to go more than that. They got to win. They got to win a lot of those games.
Yeah,
that's a big tear.
It's like Tampa though. Tampa's 3 games out too. So Tampa and Cleveland is only four games out. So I mean, you still have KC, you still have Tampa, you still have Cleveland. If they play above 500 ball, yes, they have a chance. But if these guys go below 500 at any point, they lose their grip on their getting into that wild card spot.
Well, and here's the good thing:
if they're not above 500.
A team like the Rays still has at least one more series against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are their final series of the year. I know they still have a series against the Red Sox, and they still have the Cubs too. So they've got like 3 very difficult series before the end of this season. So they could finish this season with this last stint could be losing. They could be below 500 20.
No, that's why I only brought up the that's why I only brought up them, because I was like looking at the Tampa schedule. Tampa's got the hardest schedule to be above 500.
Yeah, these AL, the AL East teams are all tough schedules right now. The end of the season, it's all divisional.
So which wild card races are heating up the most in September? The AL or the NL?
I think the NL is pretty much solidified, to be honest. I think there's still a little more possibility for shift. So like the Yankees and the Red Sox are both tied right now. So seeding could change for those 2 guys. You've got the Mariners and the Rangers still hot in it for that wild card spot. So the AL, I think, is still way more competitive to the end with regard to the wild card. Like, I don't think the NL is going to change.
Yeah.
Unless San Diego beats the Dodgers.
Changing. Yeah. There's some of them like, you look at San Diego and LA, that could change. The Mets could change, but I mean the also Mets could just fall right out.
I mean,
Which
they're
is a
6
possibility.
games behind Philly, and Philly's playing hella baseball.
Seattle versus Houston, that changes a wild card. If Seattle can win the division and then bump Houston is the wild card. You said yourself you have the Yankees taking the AL East, so that would put the Jays in the wild card.
Yeah, the AL East has got a lot of change.
So
the AL, the AL, to me, the AL is the biggest one because the Mariners and the Rangers are both within striking distance now of the Astros. Okay,
yeah,
so it's 4 and 5.5 games back. I don't necessarily see them overtaking them, but like I said, Rangers and the Mariners could be vying for that last spot until the very end. The Red Sox and the Yankees, the 4th and the 5th seed, could switch spots. If they both remain wild cards, it could end up being the Yankees as the 1 seed. You know what I'm saying? So, but like when you look at the NL, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Cubs, the Phillies, and the Mets are the 6 teams that are going to be there. You know that. Yeah. It's just what exact order are they going to show up?
Yeah. Well, I still put the Brewers at number 1 and that one. I don't really see the Cubs catching it. Cubs will be 4 for sure because they'll lock in that position.
Phillies will be the 2nd seed.
Yeah. And then you got LA or San Diego being the 3rd.
Which is good for them, really.
Yeah.
They're going to end up, there's a very good chance that San Diego and the Dodgers are going to end up playing each other in the first round of the playoffs.
You think so? Like you see San Diego getting the 3rd, the top wildcard spot?
Right now,
they would have. No.
Chicago would be the top wild card right now.
Yeah, but LA would be playing the Mets.
No, it'd be the Dodgers. Wouldn't it be the Dodgers and the Cubs, the 3 and the 4?
No, it's 3 and the 6. 4, 5.
Oh, I thought it was the 1 and the 6.
No, it's because the buys.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The Brewers would get the bye. The Phillies would get the bye, which automatically puts the Dodgers in the top seed in the wild card. So Dodgers would play the Mets, and the Cubs and Padres play each other.
Cubs and the Padres would be a good series.
Yeah. So Boston's playing the Yankees. Boston and the Yankees are playing each other unless one can take Toronto out. Unless Houston or Seattle catches New York or Boston. And then that would leave Detroit and Toronto moving on, and Houston or Seattle, whoever wins that division, playing Houston or Seattle, because if Seattle bumps Houston out, they'll play each other. So I would say that's the more guaranteed playoff there, is Houston's going to play Seattle. Either way, one's going to win the division, the other one's going to go to 6. Unless Texas or the Royals come in and play.
Oh, I hope Texas bumps the Mariners out.
But that'd be a fun series too, because you have Houston versus Texas.
Yeah, state rivalry.
Yeah,
we do have. I think we have the Mariners on our couple games. Yeah, it's the Marlins. My bad. I thought it was Mariners after the Yankees. I was like, we could help you and beat them for you.
Yeah, but you also said the Tigers will start falling off a little bit.
Well, like I said, it depends, because I mean we lost to the.
But they were hot last September too. Detroit was the equal hot of the Mets hot last year. So
I mean we lost to the Athletics, right? We won against the Royals. They took one game, and then the Mets we lost to the Mets. We took one game from them. So it's like, if we beat the White Sox, we're good. Yankees is probably going to be Yankees taking it. And then we got the Marlins, and then Guardians, Braves, and then Guardians again, and then the Red Sox. So
So for the final question of the night is, how do you think tiebreaker scenarios are going to affect the positions. Like we were talking about it because you said, say the Jays and the Yankees tie up, yeah, the Toronto gets the edge because of the season series.
I believe the Red Sox have us beat on the series this season too.
Yeah.
Um,
So that means you get more games in Boston than you get in New York for your wild card if you're a wild card.
Yep. That's a fact. Listen,
Same
you're
thing
not
with-
making me excited. I'll tell you what.
You're like, either we get the Red Sox or we get the Red Sox. It's like, it's kind of where you're looking at right now. But like, if you have a good stick with your last 9, then you might get yourself out of playing the Red Sox.
Listen, I don't know if this is true for all New Yorkers, but it's certainly true for me. A World Series means more if we went through Boston first.
Yeah.
Period. End of discussion.
I saw
I'm with it.
I saw something funny. Speaking of the World Series, was when the Knicks made the playoffs and you guys were close. I saw all the Knicks fans saying that the Statue of Liberty is going to end up in the ocean and all of that. I was just laughing my ass off.
New York passion is New York passion, and Vince has lived it, right?
Yeah, for too long. Now I'm old and relaxed. Now I chill on the couch and watch everything.
I got a question for you. Since you're a Giants fan, how do you feel about Russ and Jameis?
I love, like, the first time in a long time that I've been excited about Giants football is this season. I think Russell wins some games for us for sure. Jameis, I just love Jameis's personality. I love having the guy on the team. Keep him there. I'm all for it.
But you love Jackson Dart, though. So.
Open your heart to Dart. No question about it. My guy Dart looked phenomenal in preseason. We've got an awesome front seven. We've got a lot. We've shored up our problems in the secondary. I'm legitimately excited for Giants football this year, and I think that we are undoubtedly going to win more games than people expect.
And you guys got Abdul Carter too, who is.
Oh, I love him. We might actually end up trading Kayvon Thibodeau in the coming weeks, and that's like, imagine having that kind of a problem. But we have him, Burns, and we just drafted Carter. So we're coming up on having to pay him soon. There's a good chance that Thibs is going to be the one who gets left out. And it'll be Burns, Lawrence, Carter, which is that might be the best front in football.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited.
I got this one since you're the New Yorker in your house. Anyways, so the Jets and the Giants, do they actually play in New York or do they play in Jersey?
Both teams play in New Jersey, right over the bridge. It's just outside of New York City. It's like a 15-minute ride out of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
But I mean, how do you feel as a New Yorker though that the Jets and the Giants don't play in New York? They play in Jersey.
I spend my whole life going to North Jersey. My best friend, my brother in the world, is from Jersey. New Jersey guys are basically New Yorkers anyway. So I'm all with it. I'm cool with it.
I could ask my grandpa the same question, and he'll probably give me the same answer too. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because the Islanders don't even play in New York either, do they?
Yeah, well, so the Islanders play on Long Island, hence the Islanders. That's why they're called. They're the Long Island. They're the New York Long Islanders. That's really what it is. They play at UBS Arena. They used to play at Nassau Coliseum, but yeah, they play on Long Island.
Yeah.
So UBS is right next door to Belmont Racetrack, and they used to be next door to Hofstra University. I went to high school out there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So I used to go to I moved to Vegas and just Golden Knights fever just caught me up. But I grew up every year of my life since 1983. I have cheered for the New York Islanders.
Yeah, we see how it's working out for you.
Well, I'm the Islanders' curse. So they won their last championship in June 1983. And then in September 1983, I was born, and they never won again.
Oh, my God.
What are you going to do?
Wouldn't that be the same as the Knicks, though? Because the Knicks won? They haven't won?
They haven't won since the 70s. I wasn't even alive when the Knicks won the last fucking title.
I wasn't even thought of when the Knicks won.
Bro, I don't listen.
99.
And this is what's amazing about sports fandom, though, right? So somebody who like doesn't know me, they'll be like, "Oh, you're a Yankees fan, typical Yankees fan. You know, like you like the team because they win and they spend all this." And it's like, listen, I got teams who do nothing but lose. All right, don't you worry about that. Like, you know, like half my teams I've never seen win a championship.
That's me.
The other half of my teams, the Giants and the Yankees, I've seen win between the two of them. I've seen win 9 titles in my lifetime. You know, so like, fucking A.
I mean, I never seen the Tigers win, so I mean, if they win this, I'm gonna be probably.
They feel like a good story for this season. It would be the ultimate fuck you to the Yankees to see Gleyber Torres holding up the World Series trophy next to Scooble. Oh my God.
I wonder how many New York Yankees fans would be pissed if I just posted a picture of Torres holding the championship when he wins it and said, "Sorry, New York."
Dude, if you guys win, post a picture and watch the visceral reaction you get from angry New Yorkers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, I can only imagine. I'll be reading it. It'll be hilarious.
I'm just gonna post a picture of Gleyber Torres and be like, "Sorry, New York."
Dude, the kind of season like when a team like when Detroit takes a guy like Gleyber, this is exactly like in your mind you're like, you know what? We'll probably get a decent season out of the guy. Never in your life did you expect him to he's just been so good. You know? Like just and it's not like he's like a home run hitter, just contact. You know, he puts the ball in play. He's a good hitter.
Maybe it was, I don't know. I mean, I could say maybe for him, maybe it was New York, him being in New York, maybe a lot of the pressure, you know? I mean, I don't know, you know, I'm not in playing, you know, for teams, I can't really say anything, but maybe just the pressure of being in New York and spotlight always on New York got to him, and that's why he maybe wasn't playing good, or the pressure of the fans. Who knows?
Listen, I hope that's not the case because we don't want to see something like let's say you guys make it to the ALCS and then all of a sudden he feels that shell shock again, like he's in New York and he doesn't perform. So you don't, you don't want that.
No.
I just I think maybe, you know, he just matured as a hitter, you know, and you guys got the better end of the deal. You know, so shit happens like that, man. But he's a wonderful addition to that team, no question.
I'm happy we got him. At first, I was like, I don't know, because of all the New York fans saying about him. I'm like, I don't know. So I was like, okay. And then when he started actually being good, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm happy now.
Oh, dude, when we got to the All-Star break, I was like, I'm talking to this one, and I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, this is unreal. Like, we're halfway through the season, and this guy is just solid as a rock. Like, what is going on? Like, and it hasn't changed. You know what I mean? Like, but I think it also a part of it. The Yankees are a very up and down team. You know, like hot and cold. This Tigers team is very consistent. Like they've had their struggles a little bit recently, right? They've had a little more up and down, but for the most part of this season, the players, you know, the way that they've played, the pitching, everyone's just been very consistent. So he's had a lot of consistency around him, and I think that that's helped him just be more consistent as a hitter too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
So I just thought of this one right now. As we're signing off here, I'm going to ask you both. How many championships do you think the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds have? And I think it will surprise you.
Well, the Reds used to be a dynamo back in the day.
Yeah.
Like if you ask an old time baseball fan what the greatest baseball team of all time is, they'll say without hesitation the Big Red Machine, 1978, 1979, Cincinnati Reds. You know, Pete Rose and the gang. You know, Johnny Bench and the rest of those guys. I don't know. Pittsburgh, I'm not sure. But like baseball's been around for so long, between the two of them, they might have like 20, 30 championships. Like,
nope. Not. You are way out of left field on that one.
Bro, baseball's been around. I mean, it's been what 100 million World Series. You know, you're talking about two teams. So how many between the two of them? Is the answer 0? No.
Imagine.
No, I know Cincinnati's one.
They have more than Detroit. I'll give you that much.
Well, so how many has Pittsburgh won in their time?
5.
That's not bad.
And Cincinnati is 5.
Okay.
So 10 altogether. Okay.
10 altogether. But as I said, it'd be surprised you that either of those teams have 5 World Series.
Well, because it's in our lifetime, you know, we just haven't seen that. You know, it's been a lot of Red Sox, Giants, Yankees. You know what I mean? So we just haven't seen it. I don't remember.
Do you know who number 2 and 3 on the list is?
For what, World Series?
Yeah.
Well, I know who number 1 is.
Yeah.
And that's really all that matters.
But who's number 2?
Number 2, San Francisco Giants.
No.
I don't know. Maybe the Dodgers?
Nope.
I don't know.
The Cardinals.
Oh, the Cardinals, St. Louis.
11. Since 1934, they've had the second most championships in the MLB history since 1934.
They're double digits.
Yeah, they have 11.
Yeah.
Behind them, who is tied, is 9 with the Red Sox, who recently just won 3 in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But up until then, up until the 2000s, it was the Oakland A's who have 9.
You know what? Like, it's like you just forget about that. Like, the Oakland A's were awesome when I was a kid, though.
Yeah.
You know, no question about that. Like the late 80s, they were a real solid team. Dude, that's like baseball history is like it's. I mean, obviously, it's probably the richest history of sport, right?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's
some
like
of my hot takes on baseball might get people mad, but listen,
like they say with Cincinnati, it's crazy that Cincinnati's only won 5 since Cincinnati is technically the oldest team in baseball.
Dude, so you brought up I'm just thinking about this. You brought up St. Louis. What is going on with St. Louis?
I don't know.
Like, okay, so on Sportsmanlike Radio, on ESPN, one of the hosts is a girl, Michelle Smallman, a woman. She's from St. Louis, and like, it sounds like St. Louis fans are like really upset. Apparently, they've raised prices. They're not bringing in new talent. Like, they're not trying to make the team better, but they're raising prices.
Yeah,
you know, and that's not.
It's because they had that spike of being good. Because we were just a few weeks ago, we were talking about St. Louis being a surprise wildcard team.
Yeah,
they were playing really well, so the team must have just took on that and go, we'll make more money because the fans are coming. And now St. Louis dipped off. But I say it because none of us have been an owner or worked in that organization. But if you do it on MLB and you have to run finances, you find yourself doing that to make money. You push prices up when the team's going good. Then your team goes bad. But guess what? You can't change the prices again. But yeah, that would piss off people because, things cost. Like, what is it? Vegas. Vegas is new. Sta- is like $2 billion to build almost.
Stadiums are wildly expensive. They
I
are.
know
Well,
Yeah,
Tampa.
you know
but we're
what?
talking about 10,
Tampa ain't fix
10 years
shit.
ago. Vegas, when Vegas came in the league in 2018, it was only 700 million. Now we're
Well,
talking 1.75 billion.
here's the thing, right? These stadiums, like, right, like, I work over at Allegiant.
Yeah.
Like, there are thousands of employees that work for Allegiant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a stadium employs thousands of people in a city, and it drives millions and millions of dollars in revenue. So it's just like,
Oh yeah, it pays itself off, but the initial
yeah,
cost
but it's
is
so
Yeah,
expensive.
it's now
that
over $1
stadium
billion for a stadium.
is probably a lot. Because look at Tampa; they probably still ain't fixed their stadium yet.
Yeah, that's probably because the city's not helping pay for it though.
Oh well, yeah, true.
That's why there's rumors about Tampa Bay going to Orlando.
Luckily, the Yankees were there to let them hang out in our spring park.
Being from Florida,
Yeah.
it's like I see that. I'm like, come on, y'all need to fix it.
But they said that's a reality though, that Tampa could go over to Orlando because Orlando wants an expansion team,
Mm-hmm.
and the Rays just move over to Orlando.
I mean, as long as it stays right there in Florida, it's not too huge of a deal. And if it's only one team moving from one market to another, they don't have to shift divisions or anything. They're
And
just
it's
changing
hours from each
logos and
other.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tampa's an hour from Orlando, so
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
that's
a big
not
of
bad.
no.
I think they would have to change the name though because they have the Sun Rays as a team.
Well, they could come on. I mean, I'm sure
Orlando.
they have some names. I'm sure Florida's got a
Is
million
it
ideas.
or is it the Sun Bears? What's the Orlando team?
They got the Magic.
Yeah, I know, but their hockey team though. Isn't it the Sun Bears and the Sun Rays?
And
What is that? What is that? An American Hockey League team?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm
That's-
looking at it right now.
I'm Google. Yeah, exactly.
The Solar Bears.
Oh, the Solar Bears.
Solar
Okay.
Bears.
That's what
Solar
it is.
Bears.
That's an interesting name.
It's a unique name when you look at the history of names. Like they're always so common. Like they're like one thing, right? So like yes, you get the Blue Jackets or whatever, it's Golden Knights. You don't get a lot of like unique names like that. So the Solar Bears, interesting name.
They got another team called the Florida Everblades.
Oh, the Everblades! I love their jerseys.
Yeah,
the
dude, the
gator on
logo
it?
is sick.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I mean. Like some of these, that's one thing I'll say before we leave here is like the minor league teams tend to have such better names because I don't know why. Like I just don't get why their league lets them come up with the wildest names, but we have to just be so basic when it comes to like football or hockey or baseball because it's like they've been iconic.
Well, we have the Aviators baseball team, and then we have the Silver Knights, which is the Golden Knights, and they they have a smaller arena in Henderson, which is like the town outside the city. But it's dope though. I mean, they're all really cool though. Both really cool facilities.
Oh, but before the Aviators, you had the Las Vegas 51s.
I don't even know who they are.
They were the team before the Aviators.
Oh, like the Area 51s. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the Aviators are like the new school team. They're a nice little, they're over here on the nice side of town in the suburbs.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Well, that's what I mean. They used to be the 51s.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they've had other teams there. Like they had the Outlaws. They've had the Renegades. They've had a lot. They had lots of teams. Like Las Vegas had a CFL team at one point. They had an arena football team at one point. So
I used to go to Albany to watch arena football when I was young because my brother went to school up there.
yeah,
Arena football was cool in the mid '90s.
oh, it was amazing in the 90s. I loved arena football. That's where we got Kurt Warner from.
Flipping over the wall.
Yeah, Like Kurt Warner came right from the arena football. So like,
Hey,
I
man.
loved it, and that's
It's
when we
always
had
good.
NFL Europe too.
Oh, I didn't realize. Yo, it's that time of night.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. Guys, as always, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Have a good night, fellas.
Too.